海外华人直播的朋友们，大家好，这里是海外华人直播，我们始终不办高声，我们力求直播传真。今天是2022年6月1号，今天是国际儿童节。我们现在祝全天下的儿童和小朋友，18岁以下的啊，祝你们节日快乐啊！在加拿大，18岁以下的都是小朋友，我们要加倍的关心和爱护。今天6一儿童节，海外华人直播接到一位小朋友的投诉，他经过家长的同意，要求在我们海外华人直播的镜头前来陈述他要说的话。我们唯一要做的事就是对小朋友倾听，我们看看他有什么样的需求或者是需要帮助。小朋友，你能不能介绍你的名字，或者你想说什么样的话？
海外华人直播的朋友们，你们好。My name is Rebecca, but I'm going to be talking in English. So today I want to talk about a very important matter that relates to laws and people basically abusing their status. This could be like abusing their position in their careers or abusing their education to take on, in particular, a lawyer taking on a certain case and using their authority and background to try to threaten the opposing party to forfeiting and doing what they want. But I'm here to remind everyone that we all have our power, we have our responsibilities, but we also have our rights. We have our rights to voice our opinions, and we have our rights to stand up for ourselves. And someone like a lawyer, you might think like they know law, but that's why they could be using law to go against us. And I'm here to remind you guys that you have your legal power. When somebody is arrested, the first thing police tell them is their right to attain legal counsel. So I'm here to tell you that even if you have committed a crime, or if you're an ordinary citizen, you have the right to speak up, because we're all equal until we're proven guilty. The actual saying is innocent until proven guilty. But amidst law, we all stand on the same frontier. So I want to be sharing a particular case that I'm personally involved in. Now it's a family case, but it's in Supreme Court, because if you guys don't know the difference, Supreme Court basically takes on divorce and custody matters that are more on the serious side, or civil cases that are over $25,000. And there's also the provincial court, but provincial court is for like smaller family matters. So this particular case is involved in the Supreme Court of BC. And why I decided to talk to this camera and talk to you guys today is to share a situation where a particular lawyer on the opposing side, who was graduated from UBC, who is a part of a very big agency called MacLean Law, and who basically just wrote a particular letter. Now, first of all, why this is important is first impression. It doesn't matter how people change, how their whole approach changes throughout your encounters with them. It's the first impression that's most important. And now if I pull up the first email that this particular lawyer called along the names of Jaden Jiang Kang, were to say, I can pick out a lot of discrepancies that shows contradictions. Now if you're a lawyer, you're representing the law. What does it mean to represent the law? It means you're representing justice. You're taking Lady Justice's hand. But wouldn't it be counterintuitive to take methods of immoral and these methods that are untruthful, full of deception, to try to coerce the other party to do what you want? Now, what this particular lawyer has emailed me is that they threatened that they can win. Now, you're a lawyer. Lawyers have to assume equal and impartial. You can defend your person, but you can never speak out the verdict. That's for the judge to decide. You're just going to be either helping your client win the case, proving with evidence, not using words to threaten people so that you can get what you want. Now, a lot of people actually do this, but I'm here to say that there's a lot of recent cases where people misuse their status, their power, and people's softness towards their status power. Another case I want to briefly mention where someone misused their power is, for example, Amber Heard and Johnny Depp. So basically, Amber Heard was using her status as a female to make serious allegations towards Johnny Depp. Now, in this similar case, this person is using his authority as a lawyer, his background from a very renowned school, UBC in particular, and his agency, which is also really big, called McLean Law. But what he's doing is he is threatening us in the letter. He is saying that, let me find the particular phrase, which they're saying, as soon as possible to force the sale of the property. Force. You should not force anybody to do anything. We're in Canada. As well as, we are quite confident we will win. Okay, so you're confident, right? Okay, well, you can tell your own client that you're confident. Why are you telling us that you're confident? You're only trying to make us feel scared. And you want us, which we are enshrouded in this fear, to agree to what you want us to do, right? Something else I want to add is they were saying that all the money was going to be held of, like the balance of net sales was going to be held in the company's firm's trust account. It doesn't matter if they're not revealing any personal information. What's important is, why are you revealing, like why are you taking all the money and putting it in your company's trust fund? In the court, you are our enemy. Why should we ensure that all of our money goes into your account? That's what's scary, right? You can hide everything behind the cameras of justice, behind the judge. You can just say like, oh, the house didn't sell for enough money, and actually take all this money for yourself. What the company is doing is, by putting all this money in the trust fund, all the lost funds could be taken by the company. And that's what I find unacceptable, is that we have our rights. We have our rights in this property. So an example is like, even if the property's name is not written by someone, like for example, if the house was bought based off a shared payroll between two people, the house has equal sharing between the people, right? Like the spouse, like the husband and the wife, they have equal sharing, even if the name belongs to one person. Now, if this husband decides to abuse the wife, for example, the husband could be like prevented by law to even step inside the house by a protection order. So this just shows that like some cases are very complicated, and I'm just sharing my particular case where me and my mom feel extremely threatened by an opposing lawyer. Now, thankfully, my mom, she graduated from Beijing Law University, so she can take a deeper approach and analytical perspective to different matters, right? So, but I'm here to share this because the average person would probably succumb to these very horrible tactics. So I'm just here to remind us that you have your rights. You should always find legal counsel, and you should analyze what people are saying to you. Never just trust people, even if they know law. As long as they're not here to help you, they could be trying to use their knowledge to their own benefits and against you. So yeah, that's what I want to say today.
好，那我们感觉到这个小朋友现在没有满18岁，那么在这个人生的经历里面，对他来说是有点太沉重了，因为 一个小朋友要变成像一个律师一样，要面对这种由律师直接发信给这种小朋友，我们认为他不是作为一个法律的一个应该接受的主体，但是要直接受到这样的威胁，对不对？我们想这是有律师的专家来回答。那么我们从这个案子来说，我们知道听着这个小朋友的介绍我们今天是第一次听，也没有任何背景因为他是刚刚说的。我们在这地方呢感觉到一点，就是这个小朋友他在学法律方面，我觉得他已经是很不容易。在加拿大，这个小朋友是一个民主自由的国家，他们的思想绝对是独立的。那这些东西从这一点来说对中国的小朋友也是一个很大的启示，因为他今天讲的不是他的一个简单的事情，在这件事情上，我认为对我们来说，就是加拿大人可以通过法律来维权，这就是我们今天看到的一个亮点。这件事呢，无异于对海外华人直播的家长和小朋友通过法律来解决问题，而且是有法可依，这是一个绝对闪闪金光的一个地方。我们跟中国上海的那些朋友比起来我们加拿大还是一个开放民主的地方至于这个律师里面有很多比如说给他直接发函给一个未成年人发函，要求就是要直接搞一个信托这里面对还是不对，那我们是不太清楚，因为嘉宾和主持人的观点都不代表海外华人直播的立场。我们也希望有识之士和懂行的人士能够在下面留言Again， 我们也没有向其他的方面进行咨询，我们也不太清楚。如果在上面提到的那些人士因为这个我们是做的是直播，我们也不能提到哪些人，我也搞不太清楚也希望我们也提供这个平台，让对方和有关人士在这个同样的平台能够陈述。我们也希望 BC 省有关的律师协会能够为这位小朋友提供一些免费的法律咨询和援助或者是帮助。我们认为这些是必要的。今天是6一儿童节，我们祝福坐在我们镜头的这位提前成熟的思想成熟的小朋友 Rebecca， 儿童节快乐。好，这里是海外文直播，我们始终不办高深，我们力求直播传真，希望你给 Rebecca 一个点赞和道义上的支持，另外把这个视频也转给你的朋友。如果你能够为 Rebecca 进行这个法律援助的话在下面留言或者 Rebecca 她也可能跟你们私下进行讨论我们就是提供一个免费的平台。我们也希望大家通过这一个案子能够学到一些东西我们为加拿大和全天下的小朋友进行祝福，希望每一个家庭都是平平安安的，因为我们知道每一个移民来的时候都是千辛万苦，都是想把我们的幸福寄托给小孩，然而人生的路经常是不如意的。好了，我们也希望后来的移民能够从我们前面这些移民的坎坎坷坷中学习到一些经验。再见，拜拜。